Now, this experiment that we have right here is known as the gold leaf experiment. The first of all, we need to know the components, the metal pan, the metal rod. These two are made up of conductors. Then we have the plastic or glass body, and then we have a foil. Foil or gold leaves, we can either term it. We can term it in either ways. Now, this experiment is usually used to detect that an object is charged or an object is uncharged. So basically, first of all, we have a neutral electroscope. This is whole as an electroscope. In the second diagram, we brought a charged object. It is shown that it is negatively charged, but we don't really know if it is charged or not. And we are checking that it is charged or not from this electroscope. What happens is that from these neutral foils and from these metal rods and metal pans, the positive charges are going to be collected at the top. Positive charges do not move. That does not mean that the positive charges are moving from the bottom to the top. It means that all the negative charges that were present at the top and on this rod, they move downwards. That ultimately means that this part now becomes more positively charged because the negatives have moved down. Now this is attracting, so, and this is repelling. Why is this repelling? Because all the negative charges moved down. Both of these gold leaves or both of these foils are now lightly charged. Both are negatively charged, which causes them to repel. When the gold leaves are going to repel, we automatically means that this is a charged object. In the same example, in the second example, we have a positively charged object brought near, and all the negative charges from this rod and these gold leaves collect at the top, which causes these gold leaves to be left with the positive charges, and then they deflect or they repel, which automatically tells us that we have a charged object that has been brought near. Okay, so this is to determine whether an object is charged or not. Now, what is an electric field? An electric field is around a charged object where it will attract or repel another object. We all are familiar somewhat from the magnetic field. When we bring a magnet near to another magnet, it will either repel or attract. But if we keep two magnets very far away from each other, they won't show any signs of attraction or repulsion unless it's a very, very strong magnet. Now, when we bring them near, they show attractive or repulsive forces because they are developing a field around themselves. And when we take them far away, the intensity of their field decreases as we take them far away, and their field is not able to attract or repel at such a large distance. Okay, so different objects have different fields. Let's take an example. This is a negative charge, this is a positive charge. If we have a positively charged object, or if we have a negatively charged object, and we are going to draw a field for that object, then we are going to only draw one charge, like the drawn over here, and we are going to draw the field. In drawing the field, we need to keep the rules in mind. For every positive charged field, the arrowheads will always be outwards. Why will this be? Because the direction of the electric field is defined as the direction of one positive charge. And always when we have negative charges present, the arrowheads will be towards the inside. This is a rule that you need to remember. The second rule is when you're drawing charges for a single charge, then you need to keep the distance between the lines equal in a particular radius or circumference. So when you see that this becomes a circle, this hole becomes a circle, and the lines are equally spaced or apart. And same goes for here. You need to keep the arrowheads in mind and the spacing of the lines. The lines never intersect. Never at all they do intersect. Okay. So the direction of the electric field line is from positive to the negative, because In the previous, we see that it is outwards in the positive and inwards in the negative, so it is positive to negative. Electric field lines originate from distinct points. They do not cross each other. The charged object is considered a point charge, which means that we are only going to consider this as a point charge if we have a bottle charged, or if we have an object that is charged. We're not going to draw the object but only the one charge that it has. Then the concentration of the field lines decrease when we move away from the charged object, and the field lines become bulgy. Now, as you see that the field in this particular circle that I'm trying to draw superficially over here, the field lines have minimum distance. But then, as you see, the larger circle that I'm trying to draw over here, the field lines increase in the distance, which means that they have the largest attractive force in this area, and the attractive force will decrease in this area. So it depends on distance. Now, when we are drawing for opposite charges, we are going to draw in such a manner. We need to keep the direction in mind. It will always be from positive to negative. The easiest way to go around is that you first draw the positive charges as you have drawn in this diagram, and then you also draw the negative charges in the same way, and then you try to connect those. Now, the lines that will be the near or in between the two charges will be very near to each other, and as they are going to get further apart from these charges, they are going to get bulgy and they're going to increase in the distance. As you can see, this line and then this line and then this line, they increase in the distance because the electric field is becoming weaker with the distance. Okay, and thus you can join all the lines, keep the arrowheads from positive to negative, and that's how you're going to draw a positive to negative electric field. In drawing a negative to negative or a positive to positive electric field, you have like charges. In like charges, the electric field is always going to be in such a manner, and they're not going to connect at all because it is repulsion showing over here. You again need to take care of the lines that they do not intersect. They become bulgy like this, and they increase in the distance as you go further apart. And in this way, you're going to draw for the like charges. Now, if we have a positive plate and if we have a negative plate, we know the direction will be from positive to negative. So we are drawing the charges and the electric field from positive to negative with the arrowhead pointed at the negative. At the corner, we have bulgy lines because, as we all know, that at the corner, the electric field line is now tend to decrease because in the middle, we have equal strength of positive and negative. But as we move out further, it is going to become more and more bulgy because the electric field or the electric force that is experienced in this field is decreasing.